How's it going, folks, and welcome to drawphase. I'm your host, LowTierHero, and in today's video we are going to be covering the Dinomorphia strategy. The Dinomorphia deck is a versatile and control-oriented archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It leverages a unique blend of monsters, spells, and traps, focusing on fusion summoning, strategic life points management, and effect negation. Some of the key monsters for the Dinomorphia strategy are Dinomorphia, Theresia, and Diplos. These core monsters aid in setting traps and manipulating the graveyard, with Theresia enabling trap setup directly from the deck and Diplos assisting in graveyard setup. You also have Miscellaneousaurus offering protection for dinosaur monsters, enhancing the deck's flexibility. In addition to these key monsters, they also have Maxi and Ash Blossom available in their arsenal here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. These hand traps are crucial for disrupting the opponent's plays and maintaining card advantage. We also have Spell and Trap Synergy, Fossil Dig, and Pot of Duality enhance deck consistency, with Fossil Dig fetching dinosaur monsters and Pot of Duality offering selective deck search. And traps like Ferret Flames, Dinomorphia Domain, and Solemn Judgment provide control over the game state. Ferret Flames adjust the opponent's field based on your life points, while Dinomorphia Domain further advocates the strategy, and Solemn Judgment is key for negating summons and activations. Fusion summoning and life point management with the Dinomorphia strategy. Dinomorphia fusion monsters, Kent, Rexsturm, and Stealth central to the deck strategy. These monsters leverage the life points mechanic for powerful effects. Kent can mimic trap effects. Rexsturm limits opponent's monsters' effects based on your life points, and Stealth offers cost-free trap activation at low life points. Dinomorphia Frenzy enables fusion summoning during the opponent's turn, providing tactical flexibility. And don't even get me started on their diverse extra deck. Evilzor, Dolka, and Logia offer additional negation capabilities, crucial for controlling the field. They even fall back on Baguska and Divine Arsenal Zeus, which provide field control either by changing battle positions to negate effects or clearing the field. The playstyle of the Dinomorphia deck. The deck is built around strategically reducing their life points to activate powerful effects and control the field through traps and monster abilities. Their key to success is balancing aggressive plays with fusion monsters and defensive strategies using traps. This deck excels in late game scenarios where their life points are significantly lower and can be used to maximize the effectiveness of their Dinomorphia core cards. The Dinomorphia deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is a complex yet rewarding archetype. It requires a player to think ahead, manage resources effectively, and adapt to the evolving game state. Mastery of this deck involves understanding the synergies within, especially around life points management and fusion summoning, to control the game and steer towards victory. Therefore, if we can figure out what their choke points and weaknesses are, I guarantee you that your challenge against the Dinomorphia strategy is going to be not that difficult. Choke points and weaknesses for the Dinomorphia deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Number 1, high dependency on life points management. The risky life points usage with cards like Domain and Frenzy require paying life points, making the deck vulnerable to direct attack strategies. Mismanagement of life points can lead to swift defeats. Also, if you can aggro them to a victory, that's pretty darn good too, because they go down into the single digits, which makes a significant difference when they're playing against a beatdown deck. They also have a high reliance on trap activation, so the deck can become fairly predictable after maybe turn 2 and turn 3. So now that we've covered some of the weaknesses, at what point do we activate Ash, Imperm, and Maxi? When facing the Dinomorphia deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, using hand traps like Ash Blossom, Maxi, and Infinite Impermanence effectively can create significant setbacks for the Dinomorphia strategy. Here are the top 5 choices for when to activate Ash, Maxi, and Imperm, ranked based on their potential impact and our experience. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. When to activate it? Honestly, against Fossil Dig, still a top choice for disrupting the deck's consistency and search capabilities. You could also utilize Ash on Domain and Frenzy. Ashing these when they attempt to activate their fusion summoning effect can cripple the Dinomorphia player's key plays. Infinite Impermanence, you can activate this on Dinomorphia, Theresia, Diplos. This remains crucial for stopping their initial setup. If Theresia is negated, it hinders the Dinomorphia player's ability to set traps from the deck. impact their overall strategy. And when you use Max C, well, this one is you should just shotgun it anyways at any point in time during the draw phase or the standby phase. However, Dinomorphia isn't really a combo deck, so activating Max C during the draw phase or the standby phase is probably just the safest bet. I don't know if Dinomorphia would take in a triple tactics talents or a thrust, but if they do, that would be a fairly solid option against the Max C. So just lose to thrust, don't lose to triple tactics talents, activate Max C, shotgun it during the draw phase and or the standby phase. While the Dinomorphia deck has robust mechanisms, it has exploitable moments where the right use of hand traps and negation cards can severely disrupt its strategy. So understanding when to utilize Ash, Max C, and Infinite Impermanence will give you a significant advantage and significantly tilt the duel in your favor. Now let's move on to the top 5 counters. We've got Lava Golem, an exceptional tech choice against Dinomorphia strategy. Lava Golem has risen as a universally applied counter in the meta, particularly effective against Dinomorphia as well. Typically, Dinomorphia aims to deploy 2 to 3 fusions in the late game for aggressive plays. However, their life point management system becomes their Achilles heel when faced with Lava Golem. The standby phase burn effect of Lava Golem can swiftly deplete their life points, securing a win. Furthermore, Dinomorphia decks generally lack link summoning, which means they struggle to remove Lava Golem from their field. However, deck variations do exist, so some players might incorporate a link monster to counter the Lava Golem counter. Cosmic Cyclone, this card is the ideal counter to Dinomorphia and also effective against Labyrinth, another top tier deck. By banishing trap cards, Cosmic Cyclone disrupts graveyard setups and trap mimicry, significantly slowing down Dinomorphia's already gradual buildup. Its ability to banish rather than destroy adds a layer of versatility against trap or alliant decks. Evenly matched, this card is a trump card against trap heavy decks, offering non-destructive removal. Under its effect, cards are banished face down, crippling the Dinomorphia strategy irreparably. Evenly Matched also shows universal strength against popular decks like Super Heavy Samurai, Labyrinth, Branded, and Kashtira, making it a formidable option in the current meta. Super Polymerization, an excellent meta choice. Super Polymerization effectively counters Dinomorphia, whose deck is predominantly dark. Fusion monsters like Starving Venom, Garura, Muddragon, and Triff offer solid counters to Dinomorphia's formidable fusion monsters, including a great way to get over Rexterm. This card also maintains effectiveness against other prevalent decks such as Branded, Labyrinth, and Dragon Link, demonstrating its versatility and strategic value. And finally, we've got Red Reboot. This card is legendary against Dinomorphia as it halts all trap activations for a turn. Dinomorphia heavily relies on traps and incurs a significant life point cost to activate key cards like Dinomorphia Domain and Frenzy. You can even stop the Solemn Judgment as well, so just keep that in mind. Without initial counters like Solemn Judgment or Dinomorphia Sonic, Dinomorphia is vulnerable to Red Reboot's disruptive capability, making it an indispensable tech choice in this matchup. It's crucial to select techs that synergize with your deck and align with your personal playstyle. This approach minimizes the risk of adding redundant or ineffective cards, also known as bricks, and focusing on universally effective techs that counter Dinomorphia and other top tier decks. Moving on to board breakers and preventers, Denko Sekka, while not traditionally a board breaker, Denko Sekka acts as an excellent board preventer, particularly effective against trap heavy decks. Its successful deployment can lead to instant wins. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, an exceptional choice, especially when targeting traps. This is highly effective when used in decks like Labyrinth, Vanquish Soul, Dragon Link, Branded, and even Adventure Phantom Knights. They can tech in Eradicator Epidemic Virus and literally hit the Dinomorphia strategy. Since Dinomorphia primarily uses fusion traps in the main phase, triggering Eradicator Virus before the main phase is crucial for maximizing impact. Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster both are superb options for disrupting the opponent's back row. The key is to hope that the opponent lacks Solemn Judgment. And finally, we've got Raigeki. You could even throw in Dark Hole if you want. A solid choice for removing threats like Rexterm. Its effectiveness is primarily challenged, again, only by Solemn Judgment. If the opponent lacks the counter, Raigeki provides a clean and effective way to clear the board. Those are the board breakers and the preventers. Please keep in mind, again, as I mentioned before and as I mentioned throughout these counter guides, make sure that they make sense with your playstyle and the synergy in your deck. You don't want to get hurt by running bricks. And finally, we will conclude this counter guide with floodgates. While there aren't many floodgates specifically tailored against Dinomorphia, a few key choices can decisively tilt the game in your favor. Royal Decree, this card can single-handedly dismantle the Dinomorphia strategy, often leading to an opponent's concession. However, I don't know how effective this would be in the meta currently at this point in time, which is January 2024. Royal Decree is probably a terrible choice to tech in, but still a great floodgate against the Dinomorphia strategy. Dimensional Barrier, more of a universal tech, a much more accepted tech as well, and also exceptionally effective against the Dinomorphia fusion plays. By calling out fusions with this card, you effectively block their key moves, and if they have cards already on the board, you can negate their effects. Dimension Shifter, a stellar choice for disrupting Dinomorphia's game plan. By ensuring that all cards are banished, it eliminates their chances of recovery and resilience. Also great with Macrocosmos, DD Crow, and Dimensional Fissure. And the last tech choice for Floodgate is more for branded players. That's Masquerade. A single Masquerade can significantly tilt duels in your favor against Dinomorphia. Doubling up on the Masquerade though, that can almost guarantee a win, severely limiting any opportunity for Dinomorphia to turn the game around. With these strategies, you're well equipped to counter Dinomorphia. You might wonder why focus on Dinomorphia considering its perceived weakness and lack of dominance in higher ranks. However, this deck does see significant representation in early ranks like Rookie through Platinum in Master Duel. Therefore, this guide serves not only seasoned players, but also new players, casual players, and even Dinomorphia players looking to understand their deck's vulnerabilities. Thank you for supporting the channel and contributing to our growth. I hope this guide offers valuable insights to effectively countering the underrated Dinomorphia strategy. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you all on the ranked ladder. Take care and Happy New Year.